Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything. Hope that everybody's doing well. This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. How's everybody doing today? Well, I could tell you around here, the weather is really very dreary, lots and lots of rain. It's supposed to rain the entire day. And let me tell you, these are the days that for sure, and especially if you're on any sort of lockdown or for whatever reason, quarantine, or you just can't get out of the house in regular times for whatever, this is the perfect kind of day to stop being Chef Scaredy-Cat. Is anybody out there want to be chef? Like, you really feel like you want to try to do things? Well, not so much chef, but at least a cook. Don't be afraid to try new things. I think that fear is a huge factor separating a lot of people from really learning things about themselves. I was afraid to try to do yogurt again because I did one about 20 years ago, and it was edible, and I was able to make a smoothie out of it, but nothing like the last two batches I made. Woo! So the brave part of me said, try it again. Perfect the method, which I did. I now have it down to a science. And the reason I did that is through research and a couple of times of trial and error, but it just happened to have worked out. Now, if I didn't make the decision to at least try it again, I'll still have remain yogurt maker phobic. And by the way, just to remind you, you don't need a yogurt making machine. I'm just saying. Okay. But so much for my yogurt, which is really, really good, and you can do it anytime. I thought for at least a few weeks in a row, we'd take a break from Money Mondays, and we do Activity Monday, because a lot of us are, like confined to the house more or less. And even at regular time, you may want to try this. I've been looking at a whole slew of how-to recipes. You could really get lost on this thing. It's as if you're in a car, right? And you're on a highway, and suddenly, you don't really know where you are, and you keep driving and driving and driving, and you're passing, all these weird named exits, and where are you? But in a happy way, if the weather's nice and you don't mind taking a long drive, and you turn up the volume of the music and you're cool with it, that's totally okay. So when I get onto the how-to videos around here on this information superhighway, I really could get lost. But I was wondering how it would be to make fresh mozzarella, but not with that component rennet solution. You don't have to have rennet in order to make homemade mozzarella. And one day I'm going to do this myself. But I found this video, and I said, actually I researched a number of videos about this, and this one seems to be the most simplistic. But let me point out a couple of things. Okay. What you need, of course, is something to turn the milk into curdles, and we'll get into that in a second. But a note about the milk that you use whole milk. Do not use ultra pasteurized milk, okay? You can use pasteurized despite many videos saying you have to use raw milk, that's not exactly true. You can use pasteurized milk, not ultra pasteurized milk. Okay, so that's the trick. And there are other videos, by the way, where you can learn how to make ricotta cheese and cottage cheese for those that enjoy, not to mention cream cheese. So if you're into being creative and you have a couple of hours on your hand, and it's not the best day in the world, let's say weather-wise, you just might decide to try this. I even actually saw a mozzarella making video where people could make mozzarella from non-fat powdered milk. Woo! That one looked like it had too many steps. So I decided to go with this video that I'm going to link up in the description box below, okay? And the channel name is Cook With Us. Very nice, by the way. And this video is very clearly explained, okay? And it does not run a long time. I think it's actually less than 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, okay? If I'm mistaken, oh well, but it's definitely not long. That I can tell you. Cook With Us, and the name of the video is How to Make Mozzarella Cheese Without Rennet Solution. And getting back to what replaces that rennet isn't even a citric acid, it's actually vinegar. Woo! Which most people have laying around. Most people have milk in their house. Most people have salt in their house. Most people have vinegar in their house. So if you want to try an experiment, and you can involve the kids on it, because it's kind of like a science experiment if you think about it, like by doing it into steps. Well, anyway, I just thought I would show you, or something for you to consider as a fun activity on this Activity Monday. Okay, so hopefully we'll have some more Activity Mondays in the future. And I just thought you may enjoy this one. Hey, if anybody has ever made homemade mozzarella, and if you've ever tried it with the vinegar method, please let us know. And if you decide that you enjoyed the video that I'm linking up into the description box, please let me know that too as well. And in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for viewing and listening, because I really do appreciate your time. Have a little fun today and stop being a scaredy cat in the kitchen. You may be cutting yourself off from a lot of ways of saving money, not to mention enjoyable treats. Have a great day.